Hello everybody and welcome to my channel Skyrokkets. My name is Skylar and this is my 33rd movie review for my channel. Now, today we're going to be talking about the movie Arcadian with Nicolas Cage in it, if any of y'all like Nicolas Cage. To start off, I will be giving a description of what the movie's about, then give a overall review based on the story, visual, special effects, acting, cast, all that sort of stuff. And then an overall rating of how the review was and how entertaining it was. So, to start off our movie review, we're going to do the description. Please enjoy. Arcadian follows a father named Paul and his twin sons Joseph and Thomas 15 years after civilization fell. Each night, they lock themselves within their home to try and survive another night against unknown creatures. But during the day, Thomas goes to another farm nearby to see his love interest, Charlotte. One night, he is running late to get home and must survive the night in order to see another day. Eventually, Paul and his sons decide to fight back against these creatures with the help of Charlotte, but will they all be able to survive? So to start off with the story didn't have much action until Act 2, which is surprising since the creatures attack at night and we see the three protagonists over a few nights. But it doesn't necessarily attack them, it more just attacks a door or something. So that's like the little action we get up until Act 2. But it's understandable because the main characters were locked down really well to protect themselves. So yeah, they were like all set. Act 1, basically just some father and son bonding between the three lead protagonists. Overall though, it was a great build up towards Act 2 and 3 because those two acts were pretty great. There wasn't an explanation on how the world ended exactly, but there is a 30-second conversation between Thomas and Charlotte, the two love interests in the film, where they were guessing what happened, and they were just summarizing it in 10 seconds. They were basically playing a little game. Either way, we don't know if this is how it actually happened. They could have explained it or gone more in depth with it in this film, or at least shown a short clip of how it all began. Heck, Nicolas Cage could have just told them how it happened, because, you know, his sons were babies when this happened, so he could have just explained this is how it happened, and that would have been good enough. But nope, they just decided to not really do that. What is nice about this film, though, is that it has a mix of romance, humor, and horror, which I was surprised that there was romance and humor in it, because I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting more just action monster movie, like A Quiet Place in a way. But it honestly made the movie more enjoyable. The dialogue between characters could have been a little better written, specifically with the love interest, Charlotte. Other than that, the dialogue was good. I don't know, it was just the romance between the two. I don't know if it was the dialogue or the girls acting specifically, but it was one of the two. And I think it was more her acting, but I'll get into that. There was some great character development with the brotherly bonding between the two brothers, and it was nice to watch as it improved throughout the film, and the two grew closer together. The romance between Thomas and Charlotte was mediocre, and honestly didn't feel like there had to be a love interest in the film, but it gave us more action later on, so it was worth it, because if we weren't introduced to Charlotte, we would have had less deaths and less action. Now, I'm not saying Charlotte dies, but people she's related to, possibly. Try not to spoil here. But, dude, it was great. It was a great scene. Acting and cast, Nicolas Cage did spectacular as one of the protagonists, and the other two who did Thomas and Joseph also did really well. They did great with that brotherly bond and growing it throughout the film, showing their performance of that. It was great. I feel like everyone did well, except the love interest. I feel like she could have done better. That she was the only person I feel like could have done better. It could have just been the dialogue, maybe, but something, either the dialogue or her, could have just been better. Yeah. The music, there wasn't much music in the film, but when there was, it was added in pretty well. Special or visual effects were amazingly executed and awesome to see. But there were certain moments where the creature looked poorly done with the CGI, while other moments made it look really good. I will say, though, the creature was pretty great, but I'll get more into that. Camera was as if someone was holding and wobbling the camera a lot. It was like... So it was kind of... that I felt like that could have been a little better. But I did like some of the camera perspectives, even if it was sometimes annoying to watch or hard to watch, just because of all the wobbling. But there were some good perspectives with the cameras, some good angles. Just could have used less wobbling. Personally, didn't feel like the movie was scary, but for some people that are easily scared, they might actually jump or get spooked during this film. Regardless, the creature is cool enough to see on its own. The creature would change its form throughout the film, and at some points, it looked like a werewolf, a donkey, and much more. At least to me, it looked like a werewolf, donkey, and more. I've read other things elsewhere where like people thought it looked like a horse. But according to the director, Ben Brewer, the creature is meant to be an evolved form of several different species that form a symbiotic relationship to survive horrific climate conditions. So when you watch this film, you'll probably notice a bunch of different animals within the creature itself, but I liked it. Humor, this movie had some funny moments, and I honestly laughed a few times, as well as the person next to me in the theater. So I know I wasn't the only one that found this movie funny. So if you like horror, comedy, and romance, definitely check this out. Although if you're going for romance, it's not that not that big. And speaking of romance, I just feel like they had Thomas and Charlotte. I feel like they had a decent romantic connection, but it wasn't strong. I didn't feel like they were that much in love, but it was whatever, because I was more interested in the creatures and the action, so that's mainly what I was there for. Either way, horror, romance, action, humor, all that, just pretty much in this film. So, if that interests you, go check it out. And now, to the rating. So overall, I give this movie 7 out of 10 stars because it didn't explain how the end of the world actually happened or where the creatures came from. Plus, Sadie Silverall's character, Charlotte, was kind of cheesy and not that interesting. I just felt like it was either her dialogue or acting that could have been better. So there was also that. And even though the movie was entertaining, there were other moments where it was kind of like, like it wasn't like amazing, you know? But that's why I give this movie 7 out of 10 stars. Well, that's all for now, folks. If you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, and subscribe down below. Or you can wait till the end of this video and hit the subscribe button that pops up, because I figured out that's a thing I could apparently do. And if you want to check out more movie reviews, you can also click on my name down below, or wait till the end of this video, and there should be a movie review playlist that pops up. But that's all for now, and I will catch y'all with the next flick.